Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to paint something from this book. This is another episode of my book tutorial. So not my book. This book is written by Marie Boudon, but you all know that I'm doing a series of the books that I own, and I do one tutorial for every book. So today is the turn of Flowers with Watercolor. It's in French. I bought it before she published it in English, so it's in French, but the pictures are very easy to follow. So we'll just do one of the tutorials and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so this is the book, and of course the book goes through all kinds of flowers with watercolor. She has this not extensive, but like every book, you know, goes through color theory and the paints and all the different kinds of techniques. So it's a really nice book. She goes through, you know, everything. It's really nice, and these are kind of like all the flowers, and she has different chapters on how to paint, but the pictures are very easy to follow, very step by step. So it's a really easy to follow book. And today we are going to do, so she goes through like actual flowers like these ones, but then she goes into like the filler kind of leaves. You know, I think this chapter is called filler leaves. Let's see. I think this is called filler, like to fill in, but I can't read French. So in today's video, we are going to do, I had already bookmarked it, so we're gonna do this tutorial. So we're gonna do this guy, and you know, main flowers, filler flowers, like really cute, nice little bouquet. And she goes through about 12 steps on how to do this. Obviously, my not technique, but like the way I paint flowers is a little bit different, but I will try to follow the tutorial as much as I can. Then you can do like frame it looks really nice framed, or you can do like thank you notes or birthday cards or things like that. So it's a really awesome tutorial for, you know, very beginner friendly. So we are using Arches Cold Press watercolor paper. So I am going to put the materials right here. Arches Cold Press watercolor paper. Then I already have my paint ready. So I have my opera pink, I have cadmium red orange, I have cadmium yellow, I have turquoise with orange, turquoise with yellow, yellow with indigo. So that's how I make my greens. I know she uses some of this like very turquoisey kind of greens, so that's why I put some turquoise with yellow and creates this beautiful turquoise green. So I think these are all the colors that I'm going to need, so I have them ready. And I have my brush and my water somewhere here. All right, so my water, clean water, and I have this brush, the Raphael 2-0. It's a petite grise. It's like the one that I typically use. So I guess we'll just get started. So step by step, let's go back to step 1. All right, so I kind of want to remind myself that the composition is kind of like flower here, like this flower here, this big flower here, a little flower here, a little flower here, and then fill in. All right, so let's get started. I don't know if this is gonna work, so I'm just gonna put the book kind of on the side. All right. So a little bit of water, a little bit of pink, and I'm going to give you guys a better angle. I hope this works. Let me know in the comments if you guys like different angles. So we're just gonna go with the rose. The rose is somewhere here. So let's just, it's like painting like C shapes. And a little bit more intense pink. Okay, this kind of looks like her rose, like this. Now I guess we can move on to step 2. We can move on to this step. So then I'm gonna clean my brush. I'm gonna do a little bit of the cadmium yellow. And again, it's a little bit of circles. I think I like that one. That's nice. Then we're going to move on to this bigger one. Again, clean my brush. Get some of that pink and a tiny little bit. I'm going to just, sorry. You all don't see like the materials or what I'm doing with the paint. So just a tiny little bit of yellow, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 petals. So that gives it like a peachy kind of color. Three. I feel like her flower is just so much bigger. So let's just aim for a bigger flower. One, two, three, four. Well, I guess we're gonna do 6 petals. Oh, so pretty. I absolutely love this combination of pink and yellow. It's so beautiful. It's like a very nice peachy color. All right, that's kind of it. Then we're gonna move on to another little flower right here, which is kind of down here. We're gonna clean the brush. And we're gonna do a tad little bit of, it's so hard to get everything in the camera. Tad little bit of orange on that one. A little bit more orange. A little bit too much water, but that's okay. These end up looking too close together in color, but that's also okay. All right, let's kind of leave it like that. The next step is starting to add these ones. So I'm going to clean this, and I'm going to just lift this up a little bit and add a little bit more yellow because these two are too close together. So I'm not a big fan of that. All right, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Then let's actually, I feel like she does one more little rose here on the side. Kind of something like that. I was aiming for this one right here. Didn't come up quite as nice as hers. And then I think start filling in these. So again, clean my brush. Okay, so now that I'm ready to start adding some of the filler leaves that are round, I'm going to use my mixture of turquoise and cadmium yellow. And I'm going to go ahead and start. I added a little bit more yellow for contrast. Okay. A little bit more yellow for more contrast. Because I really like how it looks when watercolor mixes with another color, but like very naturally. So that's why I like to dip the tip of my brush a little bit sometimes to create that diffusion. Let's just add one more right here, as if it was part of the same group. Okay. And then I think she also adds a little bit of a stem right here for this flower. Let's just add a little bit right here. Okay, so it's coming together, and let's move on. So we're like in this step number 6. We're gonna move on to adding more of this filler leaves. So it's a little bit darker, so I'm going to use this little bit of a indigo. This was indigo and cadmium yellow. And a little bit, tiny little bit of cadmium yellow at the tip. So let's go, and this is still wet, so I'm trying to avoid the wetness, the wet parts. Let's do a little one right here. I feel like hers are a little bit longer, so they fill in a little bit more space. I'm going to do one more here, even though it's not part of her composition. Okay, and we continue with a few different kinds of flowers that she adds here on the sides. This one, basically these other little flowers. So I'm cleaning my brush and I am adding with cadmium red orange very lightly and a tiny little bit of cadmium yellow. I use cadmium yellow basically for everything. So we'll just paint a few extra. A little bit of pink right here to give it a little bit of a different kind of flower. These are very abstract, loose, kind of little filler flowers. So I'm not worried too much about like the shape, and they're just kind of filler flowers. Okay, might look a little blobby, so let's fix that, and we'll fix that with like a second layer of something. All right, so I think we're just gonna fill it in a little bit more. So again, with a light green and a tiny bit of cadmium orange, we're gonna keep filling in kind of different feel like I'm missing something up here, which I know kind of what it is. I just need to add a few more kind of filler. What I'm missing is basically this little extra little, like delphiums almost. So I'm gonna add that in. So again, I'm using the same brush. I'm just like continuously just cleaning it up, cleaning it up. So basically it's just dabbing. I'm gonna do it here. Great. Maybe a little bit here. Just gives it a little bit of filler, like it fills it in. So the next step is to add the details to the center of this flower. I feel like it's very dry right now, and we can do that according to the book. We can do that with, I think this is melange number 8. I think it's paint number 8, and she refers to the paints somewhere in the beginning of the book. Anyway, kind of like a yellow. So we're gonna use a very high intensity yellow, the tip of the brush, and we're gonna go ahead and add like this 3 little blobs and the pistils. I think they're called pistils. And let's add a tiny little bit for contrast of the cadmium red orange, just kind of on top for contrast, so it like really pops. Because my flower is a little bit darker than hers, so you're not, when it dries, you're not gonna be able to see the yellow. All right, so we have to let that dry. And while that dries, we can, I think that was the last step, step number 12. But we can add a few more layers, like here, this little blob. We can just add a little bit more of a layer. It's too wet still, but we can do it here. If we add a few more layers, it helps it become more of a flower. Like a strange little flower, but it works. So I'm gonna add a little bit more of intense. It's kind of like a little bit of a rose. And same here, we're just gonna help it become a little bit more of a flower. I'm gonna add a few more just filler. All right, I think that is it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Like this one, I'm gonna bring it up a little bit. And we painted this one. It came out really cute. I like it, I like it. I feel like it needs a little bit more layers. Like she has a few more layers, a few more filler kind of leaves, but you can do your own composition. But I think it came out really cute. Like this for like a birthday card would be super, super cute. Like, look at this. Yeah, I like it. All right. All right, you guys, so we are done with our little bouquet of flowers. I really hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. And if you have any questions about the materials, the techniques, the book in itself, let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.